Good morning, good evening. Welcome to another live session. I'm glad to see you all here, and as always, I will give you a minute or two to settle down and to make yourself comfortable before we start. In the meantime, if you could just raise your hands if you are here for the first time. I would love to know if you're joining us for the first time, and I will want to express and extend my warmest welcome to all of you who are here with us for the first time. Before we begin, a couple of technical issues or technical maybe tips for those of you who are watching this stream on your mobile devices. If you wish to see this stream in full screen, you may position your device horizontally. That would switch the mode from horizontal to vertical, or from portrait to landscape. I think that's the proper terminology. And I want to welcome all my friends. Martise is here, Caroline, Rafaela, Bumpy, Kirsty for the first time, wonderful, Jeff from Surrey, UK, Deb from Mississippi, Gulf Coast, and Kate from Minnesota. I always like when you come in and introduce yourself and say something about where you're from. That gives me a sense of deeper community, and the fact that we are connecting together from so many different places across the world is absolutely phenomenal. This could not be possible even, 20, 30 years ago. Through this technology, and thanks to Insight Timer, we're able to gather from literally around the planet and spend some quality time together, which is the aim of this practice, to bring us together to experience the sense of togetherness and have experienced something new, something beneficial, something that works for you. We have Yvonne from Ipswich, Massachusetts. Beautiful. Tamara from Seattle, Washington, and Vivi from Berlin. My warmest regards. So I begin, for those of you who don't know me. I start by introducing myself. My name is Tomek, and I am a scientist and also a teacher here on Insight Timer. The reason why I'm here is to serve with my knowledge about well-being, about mental health, about all those important topics that bring you here. And I'm always open to your suggestions towards what you want to talk about, what you want to hear about. I have my own challenges, and I'm always happy to talk about them. But it is very important to me, so you can share what is your challenge, what are your obstacles, so perhaps we can overcome them together. And the best way of doing it is to send me a message, or perhaps join the circle that it is here on Insight Timer. Thanks to Insight Timer, we have so many different ways of communicating. There's a live, there's audio, there's a circle called Tomek's Circle, very easy to join, and where you can always ask questions. We have almost 300 people there, and the conversation is always amazing, very encouraging, beautiful community of like-minded people that contribute to your well-being. Yes, we're settling down slowly, waiting for everybody to arrive. Hello, Nima. Okay, so without further ado, I want to start on today's topic, which is acceptance of self and others. This is something that it is very close to my heart, because the self-critic, the subroutine that it's so deeply implemented in my psyche, in my ego, it's very frequently present and stops me from being my best self and being the best version of myself. Is that inner voice that chatters. And this is also an expansion or it's an expansion on the previous life that was a radical self-acceptance. So that was focusing, a radical self-acceptance focused mostly on the self part, and now we're expanding how to include in the acceptance also others, which is also very important. And I know from your comments that the acceptance of self, as much as acceptance of others, sometimes is very challenging. And on that note, I want to thank Charlotte, one of my friends and biggest contributors to our circle, for suggesting this topic. This was her suggestion, and I thank you, Charlotte, for that. I want to acknowledge you here. So, for me in particular, it always starts with self-acceptance. What is happening with my life and how I respond to the situations around me, not only in actions, but also in my thoughts. And I already mentioned the dynamic of the inner critic. It's something that it's so very active in my life, and I have to deal with that dynamic on a daily basis. It is that inner voice, the small voice that frequently tells me, something is not right. You're not good enough. This is not good enough. What you're doing is not up to the standard. And then you bring others, or perhaps others said this and that. Maybe they're going to think about me less because I said so and I did so. And it is very easy to wrap your life around this inner chatter. And it's very easy to succumb eventually to the inner critic that suppresses and draws you or drains your energy tremendously. So it always starts with the self. And the reflection of the self, of the inner landscape, then we project on others. And a good example from my own life is my family. Perhaps the most challenging part of accepting of the others comes with the people that are close to us. Whether it's our partner, whether it's our friend, whether it's our mothers, our fathers, our sisters. Because we know there's no, almost, you may say, there's no way out of it. They always will be with you. They always will be your family. They are your close people. And that's why whatever they say, however they act, impacts you in a very significant way. And because this is so important, the way we approach them and how we apply the acceptance towards what they do, what they say, how they behave towards us, it's also very important and impacts us in such a significant way. And on this note, let me just say that it is very difficult to change ourselves, and it is even more difficult to change others. And I think my tactic that I developed over years of practice and contemplation and observing life, and my experience tells me that my focus, first of all, should go internally. Whatever other people say, whatever other people do, I have to start with observing my own reactions. And there's a saying that we cannot control all the experience. We cannot control everything that happens around us, but we can control the experience that is within. And that's where we start. And I can tell only from my own experience, but particularly I think in my 20s, I tried to fight my parents on many topics. That particularly applies to my father. As I said before, a classic daddy issues within me that I'm still dealing with in my 40s, interesting enough. But because of the dynamic, we know what our parents, we are so connected with our parents, it's very difficult to simply let go of what they say. But the beginning for me, the beginning of the journey of accepting what they say started with the acknowledgement that it's not my place to try to change them. It's not my place to judge their actions. It is to acknowledge that they are people in their own right with their own stories, and they do their best to live their lives. At the same time, that doesn't mean that I have to accept everything that they do, accept each of their behavior. What I'm saying is we have to start accepting who they are, and perhaps don't take what they say and what they do so personally. And on the back of that acceptance of the human nature, imperfection of human nature, comes a bit of compassion towards some of those behaviors that we see in us. First of all, I always acknowledge the us, the imperfection of us, and the imperfection of the others. That comes also often. And I'm sure you can resonate with the behavior when someone says something, you tense inside, you cringe, you contract internally. And I think for me, this is the first thing that, with interaction with others, the first thing that I pay attention to, without even trying to change it. This is the important thing. We want to remove something from the picture. We don't want to feel this way. We want to experience the tension. We want to just feel fantastic all the time. But unfortunately, the life is not like that. The life throws at us the curveballs all the time. And we learn over and over again how to respond to those curveballs. First of all, with our internal or inner response. And then expanding that, only then when we settle within ourselves, expanding that to the others and their actions. In the famous TV show, Dr. House says that people don't change. And there is something about it. It is not necessarily true, at least I hope, for my own sake, because I want to believe I am in process of change. I'm changing constantly. But I think what he refers to are those habits or the stories that we're telling ourselves that are so difficult to change. And I think we have to, in the process of acceptance of others, we have to acknowledge those stories, without any expectations of trying to change them, stories, and the people that holding them in place. And that's how the acceptance of others work. And obviously, all these wise words, when we put them into actions, and when we actually being faced with our family, we still are enraged by them, by the behavior. At least that works. That's how it works for me. And it will still happen. And we have to be kind to ourselves that this is always work in progress. And perhaps we will never be able to avoid this tension that people around us, not only family, not only friends, but a lot of those behaviors that we see on TV, the reactions that they may cause in us. But knowing where those reactions come from and perhaps changing slightly the tactic towards our response, and bringing a bit of acceptance in the way I described to them, will help all of us to transform the landscape, our mental, emotional, spiritual landscape, and how we respond to the reality around us. Because it goes without saying, it is not purpose of this life to experience constant turmoil and anxiety and feel like world is about to collapse on us. We are striving to live happier and more fulfilled lives. And this is not possible without including in the most skillful way all the people around us. And again, every time you feel triggered by someone around you, I want you to stop for a moment and realize an important thing, that any interaction with people around us, it is perhaps, according to Tom Campbell, the most challenging thing that we will ever experience. Because the versatility of humans is incredible. People of different culture, different creed, different belief system. Now we're experiencing in the world such an uprise because of people of color, right? We have uprise against black people, against Asians, and that all comes from the fact that we don't want to accept each other the way we are. We're constantly resisting and fighting for so many different reasons. And I think what I try to say is that we will never run out of reasons to resist others. And the only way to overcoming that huge challenge that happens in everybody's life, every single person has that at some level, is to consciously bring acceptance to the fact that we all are uniquely different. And now you can ask yourself, would you like to be part of the problem, or would you like to be part of the solution? Would you like to bring more resistance and division into the landscape? Or would you rather bring more acceptance and the peace that follows? Which part do you want to play in this? And this is not something that you will have to decide once. This is something that you will have to decide on a moment-to-moment basis. When you go out and you see people around you, when you feel triggered by a situation, a person, by news on TV, you will be asked, so to speak, to decide, be part of the problem or part of the solution many times throughout the day. And you will continue to make those choices. And I understand that some of these choices will not be pleasant. Those choices sometimes will not make us feel good at first. Because there is something particularly I can share with you. There is that pleasure of sort, that odd pleasure of being angry, of being upset, of sticking to your truth, to your personal truth. But then, where's the growing? How do we grow if you cannot get over that very basic human condition? How can we grow over that division that is separating us? And separating us from others, but also separating us from ourselves. This is the important thing. Every time I get upset with someone, I've got a feeling I'm right, that I'm actually protecting myself. But you have to ask yourself a question: what are you protecting yourself from? If you're being triggered by someone, It means that this behavior is already in you. Because if that behavior, that trigger, if the behavior of the other person wasn't in you or you didn't experience it yourself, it wouldn't trigger you. I always give that example, if someone calls you stupid, right? And obviously most of the people would say, oh, how dare you to call me stupid? But say if I came a theoretical scenario, okay, and someone tells to Albert Einstein, you are stupid. How Albert Einstein would respond to that? Would it really bother him? Being such a wise, not only intellectually as a person, I'm obviously talking about the past. Not only intelligent, but wise person. How would that person respond? I think he would actually respond with a curiosity. It's like, why would you call me stupid? Even simpler example, which maybe does not apply to me. Someone call you bald person. Oh, you are so bald. And it turns out that your head is full of hair. Would you get upset about it? Would that trigger you? I don't think so. But if there is something in you that you already considered as your trigger, and someone tick you off using that very trigger, that's a different story. And that's why I always say the journey starts with yourself and with pondering upon your own triggers, upon your own situations. And it starts with the acceptance of self that with time expands on the acceptance of others. So, what is the best practice, or what is a good practice, meditation practice, to help us to embrace the acceptance within us and practice acceptance of others? To me, the practice is loving kindness. Or as Bante, the author of Mindfulness in Plain English, would say, loving friendliness. And for those of you who don't know metta practice or loving kindness practice, it has 3 parts, and that's how we're going to practice it today. First of all, you start by acknowledging your own good and the fact that you already are the best version of yourself. And we are going to do it by repeating gently in our head, may I be well, may I be happy. You may add your own affirmation, may I be peaceful, whatever you wish for yourself. And you will be reciting that in your head slowly and gently. And once you collect enough of that loving friendliness, once you increase the reservoir of loving kindness within yourself, then you are ready to expand that first to a person that you know and the person that you care of. That's the easy part. And may you be well, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be healthy. Whatever you choose, whatever you think best serves the best purpose for that person. And then eventually we go and expand that to everybody around us. Perhaps a person we know, perhaps the person we struggle with. And recite then in the 3rd part, may we all be well, may we all be happy, may we all be peaceful. Usually they say, in Buddhism, they say that you do not practice the other 2 parts, may you be happy and we be happy, at least for a year. So you have to really collect a lot of loving kindness and learn how to accept yourself, a lot of self-acceptance before you can jump to actually spreading it to others. And I certainly recognize this is truth for me. But we will do the short course today, and we see how it feels for us to embrace first ourselves and then others in that friendliness, accepting, and that loving kindness and loving friendliness includes all those things that trigger us. and all those things that make us cringe inside, makes us tense. This is not an easy task, I understand. But because we are here all together, this is so much more powerful. And I always say I love meditating with you. I love meditating with a group like this. When I feel that all those intentions being magnified and being multiplied, so to speak. So how do you feel about that? Shall we practice? Perhaps if you have any questions, it's a good time to ask them before we jump into the meditation. So I'm going to look at the comment section, and thank you for all your comments, by the way, and thank you for all your donations. I really appreciate that. This is something I always mention. I'm very grateful for all your support because it means I made a difference in your life. It means I contributed in a positive way, and you can support me by pressing the button at the top of the screen, and as if you were paying for coffee or shouting me a coffee. Maybe I'm a big coffee lover, and press the donation button. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for all your donations. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. Nick says, and connected to spirit. I'm sorry, I might miss the rest of the comment. And connected to spirit, I find it available to accept others just as they are. Also easier that may you be well, which is healing and much ugliness evaporates. Nick, that's fantastic. That's a fantastic comment. Thank you for that. That inner attitude, the inner approach, the place where you come from. You summarized beautifully what they try to talk to you about. We're trying to take care of ourselves, accept ourselves, and when the place that we come from is full of kindness, it's so much easier to overlook the shortcomings of others, right? Thank you guys for all your kind words. Obviously, I'm here for you. I enjoy being with you hopefully as much as you enjoy being here with me. So everything that happens here is mutual, and I appreciate you here. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you for your donations. That's very, very wonderful. All right. So I will give you a chance to ask me more questions and perhaps share your experiences through this meditation at the end. But right now, the last thing before we start, I'd like to check the music level, if the music is not too loud or not too quiet. So I would adjust it for your pleasure. Yeah, hopefully this is it. How wonderful. And by the way, I know this is such a maybe silly thing. I always see those hearts on the right side of my screen, and I maybe this just boosts my ego, but I see those hearts flying up, and it is very nice animation. So thank you very much for all your hearts. That's certainly a wonderful way to support me. Absolutely. I absolutely love it. Thank you so much. Okay. So, thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. So now I feel so happy and so positive, and so try to describe how I feel right now, but I think you see it on my face. That's how I get into this meditation, and that's what I want to pass on to you, and that's how I wish for all of us to manifest and to embrace this high vibration, for lack of better words, within the loving kindness practice. So begin by making yourself comfortable if you already not are in a comfortable place. With each meditation, you make yourself feel at ease. So you take care of your physical body before you can jump in and explore the inner space. And before you close your eyes, take a couple of deeper breaths. Acknowledging that the breath you take is life that you take in. Full of appreciation for this present moment. Full of appreciation for the company of all of you who are here. Starting this meditation together. With a sense of belonging. The sense of being surrounded by friends. Across the world. So rest your feet on the floor, ground yourself, center yourself. Your hands in your lap, sitting upright, allowing unrestricted flow of your breath. And now allow your eyes to close. And however you feel, wherever you are, whatever is your experience, this is a starting point. Surrender to the experience of this present moment. You are safe, you are secure, you are protected. Right here, right now. And with that attitude of openness, you start focusing your gaze internally. Going within. Starting this journey by connecting with your breath. Breathing in and out. Recognizing the simplest of activities. In breath and out breath. They are always there. Whether you feel happy, whether you feel sad, in any circumstances of your life, your breath is always with you. So now I'll ask you just to breathe in and breathe out. Surrendering to the rhythm of your breath. And even now your mind may wander, and that's okay. That's a normal thing. And I am here to bring you back, to hold the space for you. Every time your mind wanders, every time you stray away, you may feel the rise and fall of your chest, expansion and contraction of your body as you breathe in and breathe out. And the music starts again, and you're ready to start the journey. The first part of the practice. Focus on yourself. It is not a selfish act. It is the act of care, act of radical self-acceptance. And you accept yourself and you embrace yourself so you can serve others. And as an extension of this intention, start reciting gently and slowly in your head as you breathe in, may I be well, and as you breathe out, may I be happy. Breathing in, may I be well. Breathing out, may I be happy. Or if you find any other affirmation that is appropriate for you, you may use that. May I be healthy. May I be peaceful. May I be relaxed. May I be loved. May I be accepted. And in the stillness of your heart, you keep embracing those qualities as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Breathing in, may I be well. Breathing out, may I be happy. Sitting with yourself in stillness. And it may happen that those words do not come easy. You may experience resistance. It starts with the sense of self-worth. So even though you experience a resistance, you keep saying to yourself, may I be well, may I be happy, as you breathe in and out. Even if that's not the case right now, you send out an intention and start walking towards the stillness, the happiness, the peace. You're on the way, and the affirmations that you keep repeating are an extension of that intention. Breathing in, may I be well. Breathing out, may I be happy. These affirmations, treat them as a gift for yourself. Knowing that you are loved, you are worthy, and you are enough. The foundation of self-acceptance. Regardless of your circumstances, regardless of your financial situation, regardless of how other people around you are. You are loved, you are worthy, and you are enough. And so once again, with confidence, breathe in, may I be well. Breathe out, may I be happy. Saying that with confidence. Now to the second part. Choose in your mind a person that is dear to you. It's a member of your family, your son, your daughter, your parent, your spouse. Choose someone that comes to mind first. And trust the process. That is the right person that needs your loving kindness right now. And if you like visualizations, imagine creating a connection, heart-to-heart connection between you and that person. A bridge of loving kindness and loving friendliness through which you will send all those positive emotions, all those affirmations. And as you establish that connection in your mind's eye, start repeating as you breathe in, may you be well. And as you breathe out, may you be happy. And feel free to choose also other affirmation that will apply to the other person. Something that you wish the other person. May you be healthy, may you be peaceful, may you be radiant. Breathing in, may you be well. Breathing out, may you be happy. Breathing in, may you be well. Breathing out, may you be happy. Maintaining this transmission with the intention, continuing to breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in, may you be well. Breathing out, may you be happy. Pouring onto that person all these positive, heartfelt emotions of loving kindness, appreciation. Now, in the final part of the loving kindness practice, let us acknowledge everyone who's present here and right now. All of us connected in this meditation across the world, from all the continents, co-creating the network of loving kindness and appreciation, feeling grateful for the presence, and start sending out through the center of your heart. As you breathe in, may you all be well, and as you breathe out, may you all be happy. Radiating loving kindness, loving friendliness, appreciation, peace, love. All those positive feelings that we cannot even name, vibrating outward. Breathing in, may you all be well. Breathing out, may you all be happy. Expanding to include everybody. Feeling the sense of togetherness, being included, being accepted, contributing with your unique gift, your unique presence. Breathing in, may you all be well. Breathing out, may you all be happy. Wonderful. So now it's time to return. And before you do that, please express your gratitude for this presence, for this togetherness. Express a gratitude towards yourself for the time you spent meditating, and for everybody else, for all of us who co-created this space. All the contributors throughout which we added in a positive way to the collective consciousness of peace, love, appreciation, we all did a fantastic job moving the needle. And now start reconnecting with your physical senses, acknowledging your body, acknowledging all the physical sensations, acknowledging the sound of music, acknowledging the space around you, the boundaries of your physical body, and slowly moving, beginning with your toes, slowly moving and stretching your fingers. Very slowly and gently tilt your head to the left and feel the muscles in your neck stretching and flexing. Slowly and gently tilt your head to the right. Again, the muscles are on the opposite side of your neck, engaging back to the center. And for the last time, together, let's take one deep cleansing breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And when you're ready, open your eyes and welcome back. How wonderful. If you have water next to you, please take a sip and hydrate. Thank you so much, guys. That was phenomenal. I can only speak for myself, but there was incredible sense of connection that I felt with, first of all, with myself. I acknowledge myself in this process. And then with you throughout the second and third part of this meditation. I had absolutely fabulous time, and I feel energized and encouraged to move throughout my day. And I feel it now. I don't have to wait for the day to come. It's already fantastic, and I think that's what I wish for all of you to do it. I see the comments keep coming, and I apologize. I don't have a chance to look and give them my full attention as the nature of the stream. But again, please, if there's something you have question or something you'd like me to answer, please send me a private message or join the circle, Tomek Circle, where the discussion continues about various topics. I can see how all of you express your express your gratitude for this practice. And this is a very important part. If it's a heartfelt gratitude, that's what you feel, that's absolutely amazing. Tamara, thank you so much for your kind donations, and thank you again for all your contributions to this, whether it's a form of a donation or clicking that heart. I know it's such a small thing, and I think I keep laughing at it, but it is a gratitude. It is an expression of gratitude, and I very much appreciate that as well. This is absolutely fantastic. Paolo sends his regards from Florence and says good night to you, to all of us, and that's wonderful. Ursula, you are here. Thank you. Charlotte, Caroline, so good to be here, and all of you. So in conclusion of this session, I want to express my gratitude for your presence, for you being here, and making this possible. Obviously, this is only one of many sessions, and I want to continue my work, continue working with you. And there are many ways of doing it. I record this session and will publish it on my YouTube channel, Tomek Guided Meditations. If you want to, if you didn't have a chance to listen to the entire stream, you'll have a chance later to listen to it on the YouTube channel. The easiest way to follow my work, and if you're here for the first time and you like this, if you like our togetherness, please follow me on Insight Timer. Click that bell button so you receive notifications about future live events, my meditations, and you can subscribe to my mailing list on my website. I just rebranded my website. It's no longer Synergy Lab Sydney, but it's my name, tomekvychesany.com. And I'm not going to spell my surname for you because it's very complex. But it is in the link in my bio and Insight Timer. You just click on it and go there. Also, something that I want to mention is that over the years, me being here on Insight Timer, people ask me about private sessions with me. For those of you who listen to my meditations and who resonate with the message, now there is a chance on Insight Timer. Insight Timer invited me to be part of the program when I offer one-on-one sessions. And during those sessions, you have a chance to tell me your story, and we can work together towards improving your well-being, towards together, whatever are the challenges, we try to tackle them together. Whatever there is in your life that you work with, I'm here for you. And those one-on-one sessions are there. And again, Insight Timer created this wonderful platform. So if you go to my profile, you can see that you can have now a private session with me, which I'm very, very happy to have. So please, if that's how you work with me, now this is a possibility. And I'm very grateful to Insight Timer for making this possible. Thank you once again. I'm looking in the comment section. Thank you for your gratitude. Thank you for your presence here. I think we're approaching an hour, so I will bring this session to the conclusion, but I'm looking forward to meditating with you next time, whether it's offline meditations or during our live events next week, which we'll announce soon. Thank you so much for these sessions, for your presence, for meditation, and I look forward to our next session. Have a wonderful day, a pleasant night wherever you are. It was a pleasure to be here. Until next time, bye-bye.